before Harley-Davidson ruled American highways, before Honda dominated the world, before motorcycles had names, brands, and identities. There was a single experimental machine that changed transportation forever. It did not look powerful, it did not sound impressive, and most people who saw it had no idea what it was. Yet this machine was the very first time an engine powered a personal ride. This is the story of the first engine-powered ride, and why everything you know about motorcycles begins here. In the late 1800s, the world moved slowly. People traveled by horse carriage, goods moved by rail, and personal transportation depended entirely on animal power or human effort. Steam engines existed, but they were large, heavy, and dangerous. They were designed for factories, trains, and ships, not individuals. The idea of a small engine moving a single person sounded unrealistic, even ridiculous. But one inventor believed the future was not massive machines, it was personal mobility. That belief changed history. Gottlieb Daimler was not trying to invent a motorcycle. His real obsession was engines, small, fast engines that could move people freely. At the time, most engines were slow and bulky. Daimler wanted speed, efficiency, and portability. Working alongside Wilhelm Maybach, he focused on creating a compact internal combustion engine, something light enough to move a person. But to prove the engine worked, they needed a vehicle. That vehicle became the first engine-powered ride. Daimler did not start with cars. Four-wheeled vehicles were heavy, complex, and expensive to build. Testing an experimental engine on a car would take years. Two wheels offered simplicity, less weight, fewer parts, faster experimentation. The goal was never comfort or style. The goal was proof. Could an engine replace muscles and animals? In the mid-1880s, Daimler and Maybach built a strange-looking machine. It had a wooden frame, wooden wheels reinforced with metal, a leather saddle, and an engine mounted in the center. They called it the Reitwagen, which loosely translates to riding car. It was not meant to be sold. It was meant to answer a question. Can an engine move a person forward on its own? To modern eyes, this machine barely resembles a motorcycle. The frame was entirely wooden. There were no rubber tires, no suspension, no modern steering system. The rider sat upright, fully exposed, with hands controlling a simple steering mechanism. Most surprising of all, it had side wheels, not for training, but because it could not balance on its own. Without them, the vehicle would fall over immediately. This detail alone shows how early this experiment truly was. The engine was the real breakthrough. It was a single-cylinder internal combustion engine, powered by petroleum fuel, producing roughly half a horsepower. That may sound insignificant today, but at the time it was revolutionary. This engine was small, relatively lightweight, and capable of higher speeds than steam engines. It proved that internal combustion could power personal transportation. That single fact reshaped the future. The first ride was performed by Daimler's son, Paul. There were no helmets, no safety standards, no precedent, just a father confident in his engineering. The ride itself was short. The engine overheated, and the leather seat reportedly caught fire. But the machine moved under its own power. For the first time in history, a person rode a vehicle powered by an engine. That moment marks the true beginning of motorized mobility. This machine was never practical. It was unstable, uncomfortable, and dangerous. The wooden construction limited durability. The lack of proper balance made turning risky. Heat management was a serious issue. But none of that mattered, because it was never meant to succeed commercially. It was meant to succeed technically. And it did. After proving the engine worked, Daimler shifted focus. He applied the same engine concept to four-wheeled vehicles, boats, and later airships. Those applications made more sense for real-world use. The first engine-powered ride had served its purpose. It proved that engines belonged on vehicles. Without this experiment, the timeline of transportation would look very different. Motorcycles may have arrived decades later. Automobiles may have evolved slower. Personal mobility could have remained limited. Every motorcycle that followed, from early American brands to modern Japanese machines, traces its lineage back to this moment, not in design, but in concept. The idea that a person could ride powered by an engine. Harley-Davidson and Honda did not invent the motorcycle. They perfected it. But perfection requires a starting point. That starting point was this crude wooden machine. Every engine layout, every throttle twist, every open road experience exists because someone dared to test an engine on two wheels. The original machine no longer exists. It was destroyed in a fire. Like many early experiments, what we see today are replicas, built using original plans and historical research. These replicas are displayed in museums, not as beautiful machines, but as milestones. They represent the first step, This is not just a motorcycle story, it is an innovation story. It shows that world-changing ideas rarely start perfect. They start awkward, unstable, and misunderstood. Progress begins with experiments, not finished products. The first engine-powered ride was not fast, not safe, and not practical, but it was brave. It answered a question no one else was asking, and opened a door the world could never close. Every motorcycle you see today, from classic cruisers to modern superbikes, exists because of this single experiment. If you enjoyed learning about the true beginning of engine-powered rides, like this video to support vintage vehicle history, subscribe for more deep dives into forgotten machines, and comment below, do you consider this the first real motorcycle, or just an experiment that changed everything?